who obviously was super hyped coming in from NACL. And I think the thing with Massu is where he's really going to impress, as we kind of see a little juke and lane on the Ezreal, but nice. is actually going to be in team fights, I think, is really, really where he shines. Like, I don't think of him necessarily as a laning AD carry, but more as a really, really excellent team fighter.
Yeah, and we're using this campaign time basically just to really focus on the fact that we have a lot of really young and exciting players coming in this year. Yes, good rookies. Players. Even talking to Huhi earlier on about like players that have surprised them, you just flatly said all of the rookies so far this split have actually looked quite good. So really interesting to look at. And we had that graphic a little earlier on about the IMT players as well, so we'll see them later on. But for now, FlyQuest for 100 Thieves, the draft is commencing. Yeah, and it looks as well very early on, 2 of the AD carries we were just talking about are going to be playing not super supportive champions. This isn't the Seraphine, this isn't the Karma stuff that we saw from patch 14.1 when they were playing double support items. So we get to see them go head-to-head here, first with Kalista and a match Varus. Yeah, and then a nod to your pick, Sniper, Jat, with the ribbon band coming in from FlyQuest, whatever. And Bwipo is known for slamming some really interesting counter picks in the top lane. So that was just a champ that he wanted to eliminate for Sniper off the bat. Yeah, so he goes towards his Aatrox because I'm sure that in 4-5 he's going to start getting banned out. The Cassante was another great one because in the replay that you were showing, he actually had a really good lane versus Dokla on the Cassante pick. So looks like those are the 2 best champs that he's been able to show to us thus far, still earlier on in the split. So interested to see how his Aatrox does.
Bwipo, I feel like every game has probably gone 4-5. It would be, like, you probably should pick top laner here, but sometimes he likes to look at the whole team comp and throw out something really quirky. So I think that's why we're just seeing Jensen's Azir, because he's going to play Orianna or Azir and be fine whenever it's available.
By the way, Inspired is thinking the exact same thing. In terms of all mid-jungles, the lowest jungle proximity has been on this team. Inspired will be looking elsewhere, and I'm sure it doesn't help the fact that last game happened where he had to play to go bot lane constantly. But Jensen in general has been good on his own regardless of jungle pressure. So you are right. I'm interested to see what that Bwipo counter pick is going to be versus
the team.
Sniper, just the team. Yeah, it's a team-wide counter pick is how he views it, so it's going to be fun.
I think they should probably pick Bwipo's champion on 4 and not 5. I know he won't be able to see extra stuff because I kind of think the Maokai jungle support flex could be a thing. And you'd want to hold that as long as possible, but on the other side, maybe Maokai support is bad into Renata, so we'll see what they go with. Hwei ban?
Wow. Remember, support is available.
Support way for Busio, for sure. It's most likely a Maokai jungle and not a Maokai support. I just call it the Maokai support because Ole won with it last week.
True.
Also, I feel like Busio has it in him, you know? Like, one of his first games in LCS was Azir support. So, as we've talked about that, like, I know Double have talked about that on Kaz previously.
I've seen his Camille support as well. In terms of just players who's willing to go outside that box, that has been Busio, so it makes sense. And it does make sense that poke right now is the one thing 100 Thieves are going to be concerned about. Range, poke, anything like that. So a support that could do that would be nice, but probably not going to be on the cards. I'm just trying to ponder right now what Bwipo would be thinking of as a pick.
Yeah, I mean, bans are really weird for 100 Thieves as well. You can see why they're taking the extra time with the second ban phase, because it's not super straightforward what's going to be played here, since the roles are so mismatched in terms of the draft phase. It's not like you're all just competing over a power pick top laner or something. There's some weird stuff. I mean, the fact that they're reaching for Soraka and Hwei bans in the 4-5 is pretty wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also, they definitely want to get this bot lane into a really good position, right? Like, I would expect, first of all, just because it's his style, but secondly, because you want to make sure this bot lane has a lot of bot control. Get River on something where he can impact his lanes early. The Neeko support maybe coming out for Busio, which would be really interesting. And then saving R5 for Bwipo.
The Neeko support is an interesting one, as you mentioned. I remember the last time we've seen it was actually at the International BDS versus Golden Guardians. That one did not have the greatest showing, and that was a Kalista Neeko. This one looks like it's just going to be a flat-out Varus Neeko. And I mean, the idea, as you'd expect, is to just catch out Kalista. If you can keep her snared in any way, shape, or form, it's very easy to win the fight.
And if Jensen gets a good matchup mid for Neeko, maybe we'll just see the Neeko go mid. Sylas would not be that, though. Sylas has some insane ultimates here.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful pick for Quid, actually.
That can't be right.
This Evelyn doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
But the Sylas does with
hover.
the Neeko and the Maokai ultimates to steal.
Yeah, and just this would just be the literal worst situation for an Evelyn, I think. So, great lockdown by the Maokai, good range from Azir, Neeko. Yeah, so this is a River special.
Okay.
This is a River special, and River and Quid have just been playing side by side to each other throughout the entire split. One of the higher jungle proximity in general. I feel like Quid has been having a really good split thus far, so trying to see him play like an assassin like on Sylas is going to be interesting. And if they can find that one pick so River can get that one possession, it is the Olaf. Okay. I was wondering if this was going to be a good Olaf game.
It's okay, I think, when he's just looking at the team. He gets fast enough in the late game that he can probably just get to Kalista and close down.
Yeah.
And then there's not like a huge amount of burst damage from 100 Thieves. So if he hits that, Bwipo has specifically talked in his post-game interview that it's not an early game pick here. He actually thinks it's a scaling pick. So he wants to get to 3 items and then start running people down. Makes
sense. He can also bypass the Renata. So in terms of actually fighting and getting to the back line, sounds very easy for him. Any thoughts on the draft so far? You guys think, who do you think gets the edge in this draft?
I mean, I think I'm curious to see how the Neeko support goes, but in terms of Jensen and Massu, they should have some pretty good setup from the Maokai. On the other side, if this Kalista Renata lane gets ahead, especially given how strong Sylas ramps up, I think this could be a very dangerous comp from 100.
I know we started this with a bunch of Rookie of the Year propaganda.
Yeah.
And a lot of times politicians just talk around the issue, Raz.
True.
I'm going to give you a straightforward answer. FlyQuest.
Oh, that's what I like to hear,
draft.
Jat. That's what I like to hear. He thinks it's a better draft. I want to hear from the casters. Who do you guys have on this one?
Oh, me? I love there's 100 characters in the LCS. If I can vote for him just to further that end, you know, he's already got like Bwipo talking about he's going to deny Sniper the possibility of getting it and, you know, create more rivalries and more enemies even.
Yeah.
Haters do make you famous, Dgon.
Yeah, again, the top laner soul that he took was Impact. It was Team Liquid, and Impact had talked big boy smack that day. Let's see if he's able to do it here in the final game of day 1 of Super Week. 100 Thieves versus FlyQuest.
And the poll just closed. Guess what? Sniper won.
You influenced the vote.
Well, Sniper was already getting a lot of ones because he's been one of the most awaited young players since he has a long history, obviously. Talked about a whole bunch, you know, his brother Viper and his brother My Sword Crimson, by the way. Whole family of challengers.
Yeah, that's nice when you got the pedigree here of greatness. See if Sniper's able to do that. You saw the tweet earlier by Eyla. Time to surprise more people. Speaking of villains, he's not one to shy away from some smack talk. You saw last season with the smack talk back and forth with Vulcan. So still a little bit of revenge match anytime you go against an old org. See if Ayla's got that left in him up against Busio, who is also going up against his former organization, the only home he knew. So a lot of like fun little storylines that'll be written here on the Rift.
Yeah. It's really fun too, listening to the interviews now. As you mentioned Busio and his time on 100 Thieves, and he was like, yeah, you know, he was the rookie. Obviously, could be a little bit intimidating playing with double lift, and he was trying to like soak up a lot of it. But now with Massu, where Massu is now the most valuable prospect coming from challengers, Busio is kind of the older one now. So he had the year in the LCS, and he's been mixing up a little bit. Obviously, he's always been one to pick some of these oddball supports because Busio was a former mid laner. We saw his Azir support as well last year.
Which is why we brought it up in the draft earlier. Might go support in case they wanted to flex it.
And see what he can accomplish here with the Neeko, because this is one of the most fun champions to surprise people with. Can really make you feel like you have outthought your opponents in times where you can lay traps and pretend you are a ward, pretend you are a scuttle crab types of things. I saw you cringing a little bit as River was walking by bottom lane. He's gonna pass by, so he doesn't gank the rookies yet. It's funny because we have these rookie bottom lanes for both teams, but both the teams also were able to get their hands on really experienced and really, really strong junglers here in Inspired and River. they're kind of the veterans, and junglers very often lead the early game as well with their calls.
Yeah, we've seen Inspired and River both take over games. Last game Inspired played against Contracts, he was forced to cover a lot. This time, starting with the aggression and forcing River back. The other part of the cringe from earlier on the bot side of the map was Massu had to use cleanse early. Yeah, just so early cleanse. Just that's why River coming down and showing himself on the bottom side of the map was like, it's a little less safe, as Eyla will try to hold this wave to allow his AD carry to come back to a little bit of farm. Busio trading back, and just okay, cool. We held it. The wave will crash closer to the 100 Thieves tower and be safer, because we've seen both these young lanes skirmish early on. That's why they're back at so early.
All right, Meech back with some boots and his Doran's blade and the refillable, as opposed to Massu's recall where he got a serrated Dirk. And let me tell you, serrated Dirk is a turbo OP unless it's going to be, his arrows are dodged. If Meech is good hopping back and forth, and if Eyla is able to dodge as well, maybe they'll be able to avoid it. But having that early lethality is so nice. Before people even have any of their armor per level stacking or anything like that, really nice early serrated Dirk for your first buy is always what you're looking for if you're running the lethality Varus, which of course with the Comet, always kind of indicated here with the rune choices.
Oh, Frontal Chain's gonna hold Bwipo for a little bit. Again, another lane that can go aggressive. We know that Olaf likes to brawl and fight as he gets a little bit lower.
And Olaf is always really nice to be able to pick into melee heavy team comps. So if you're looking at this 100 Thieves lineup that is very short range, Olaf does have a possibility of running rampant later on into the game. Bwipo gave an interesting interview afterwards the last time he picked Olaf, where he was talking about his view on the champion being a little bit different from other people and him having a lot of faith in the later stages of the game for this Olaf. And that's even without an enchanter support. Yeah. Usually you're like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Olaf later game is killer when you've got Karma or something, right? But
Karma Lulu, yeah.
They've got a Neeko instead that will not give him quite the same charge forward possibilities. Oh, still a very good setup though.
Quid going on in, misses the ability, so Jensen's gonna force him to pay just a little bit in terms of HP, but gets the shove into the lane, and Jensen having the slight CS lead as you expect with the range that Azir can have. Back on the bottom side, Cleanse has been back now for Massu, but Busio's the one that gets hand shook. Meech flashes forward. Oh, the auto attack not enough, but the final spear as Meech takes a step closer towards his Rookie of the Year campaign.
Oh my goodness, the steroids here, the bailout, charging forward, flashing here for Meech, and Meech putting in an early vote submission for himself on the bottom side of the map. Kalista getting first blood is always very problematic.
A little bit of now kind of hovering here. Massu getting aggressive and getting decent amount of damage down, but the minions forcing him back, and Inspired in River, again, just being good babysitters, watching the bottom side of the map. Now that the axe landed, Sniper's going to be forced to back on up. Bwipo again trying to put the Rookie in his place, and it's under the tower.
Yeah, back in base for you, but he's got teleports, so he'll return quickly after his first purchase. Bwipo trying to take advantage here, him being on the Doran's plus Cole refillable that he was able to acquire early on off of the push, but first teleport back to top lane for Sniper. Meanwhile, FlyQuest will pick up the early dragon in the aftermath, so even though Busio did go down to the early play,
And then someone from Korea, shout out, let's see, what are cities with B? Busan and Bruges, there you go. All right, as we get ourselves back into the game, Drake was taken on over, so bottom side, there's your Maokai River pathing to the top side, possibly to start looking at Boy Grubs.
I opened Twitch chat for 2 seconds, and the first two lines I see are, Busio is monk mental. So he's focused, he's locked in, he's ignoring me, as he should do.
As he should.
Keep that focus. And the second one I didn't quite understand is Jensen the Darth Maul?
That's because there's the meme with Jensen with the hood. The hood meme Jensen.
He's definitely got the villain vibes himself. Yeah. Jensen was doing a lot of trash talking early on.
Yeah.
That was before they received a loss at the hands of Energy.
Yeah, but Jensen's never been shy for smack talking, and A little Shurima shuffle in as Quid forced back on off. River's gonna stop taking the Void Grub and head on down. Bwipo checks it as well. Okay, cool. We got him. So again, another one of these strategies up. We're just gonna take 2, leave that one up so that there's no notification. But Bwipo, with the pressure onto Sniper, using the undertow to shove the wave on in, takes the peek, and Eyla getting snared from downtown, and Massu now takes a step forward for his campaign for Rookie of the Year. So 1 for 1 for both these bot laners.
Let's re-examine that poll, Dgon. Sniper's a little quiet here. The AD carry rookies, each of them firing off and getting kills for themselves. This one, too, was just pure snipe from Massu. Nice job there. Ultimate fired through, followed up with the arrow. Plus, gonna be able to get inspired on the top side of the map. That was no jungler necessary for that kill, and so they get the Void Grub.
Yeah, Flash was up too, so Meech flashing out of the way, and Eyla going down. So Meech's flash should be down, I think. We'll have that bug fixed here on the broadcast. Yeah, but Eyla getting caught by that one.
We've had some overlay update issues because I'm seeing Busio's flash should be down and Meech's flash should be down from the earlier plays. So we'll get that corrected. But looks like the Ghostblade purchase is working as intended for the overlay. Saw that one picked up. Always a favorite of AD carries because you can immediately use it to try and run back the lane quicker.
Yep.
And have that even bigger burst potential for the next time around.
And it makes it sneakier, especially on Varus, to get in and out, because Varus, one of those immobile champions, no dashes. You love to see it if you're a top laner, and it's like, okay, Varus is there as long as I know his cooldown or I have QSS, easy to play against, but the Ghostblade allows him to have some mobility.
And I love, as a non-AD carry player, that Ghostblade is getting nerfed for ranged champions on next patch as River makes a pass at Jensen. Yeah, they are reducing only for ranged champions, but the move speed for the Ghostblade when you pick it up for these pesky AD carries that have been running over solo queue so much. So nice little changes there. Coming out next week, we'll get to see them because we will be updated on the live patch as well.
Live, baby. Smolder will still have to wait, though. No Smolder. As okay, Meech waiting on the chains to come on in, and will cleanse himself out. Excuse me. And right now, FlyQuest showing some lane moxie, some lane priority across every single one. We saw Bwipo shove on in Sniper in the mid lane with the range advantage. Jensen kind of putting Quid to the test. And then down on the bottom side of the map, the Varus Kalista lane heading on over to the side of Massu on the Kalista.
And Massu once again up at the turret. Busio trying to clear out the control ward. Does successfully do so. Nice little ward kill and extraction play as they were getting rotated on by jungle and mid. So safely done there. Super, super nice thing for Neeko is always being able to use your clone for that extra safety, that extra vision that it does allow you to do.
Yeah, again, just a lot of slower play right now. Quid is going to be more unlocked on this Sylas when they start the team fights, when he can hijack the ultimate away, the Nature's Grasp, and have that very, very impactful play. Same thing with either the Emperor's Divide or the Chains of Corruption.
And especially because he did go for the Rod of Ages build, you know, going for the more scaling, the sustain here, going to help out early on for the extra little bits of damage, but also trying to stack that Rod of Ages up for the later stages when they choose their moment, when they try and make those big moments and stealing Maokai ultimate, like you're saying, and bringing the whole team fight together. Until then,
yeah, can't steal the ultimate from Maokai if he uses the Emperor's Divide against Jensen and chunks out the mid laner. But now River was trying to find his way on into the Drake, and I don't think he's going to get bailed out here. No, he won't. Quid goes in, gets punched on out with the Bramble Smash, but now Meech is shown on up. Here comes the damage, and oh, the ulti by Neeko pops up. The Kalista, and he gets taken down. AOB pushed back, and the Emperor's Divide multiplies the kills, and it's a triple heading on over to Massu.
FlyQuest looking hot here with Busio walking in as a minion right up through the river. Busio on the Neeko support gets the re-engage for them, allowing the chase through for Jensen to make the flashy Azir play and finish it out. But that is huge for FlyQuest. Count them, 4 kills for Massu now. Whoa, this rookie is gonna pop off.
Yep, a great position here for the Varus. And again, it's vision control. River just got a little greedy as he tried to walk on in here. Go.
Yeah, River trying to get up, worried about the state of that dragon, but yeah, Maokai ultimate. He tries to get his ult off, and then Quid goes in because he's trying to help him get the bailout. At that moment, they're really over-invested in this team fight because they tried to hard commit to be able to get the bailout done, and so Quid lost all his health. Their positioning was really rough at that moment.
Oh, Jensen.
Hello.
Hi, Jensen. He's gone. Jensen got ganked there because I was still thinking about the Pop Blossom. Meech right on the edge of it and uses Flash. That feels so bad when you're like, okay, I'm out. But if you get knocked up there as a Kalista, you got nowhere to go.
Really good stuff there from Busio. Proto belt in inventory for him. Massu's fine, playing safe on the bottom side, even though there are 4 members of 100 Thieves down there. After their kill on mid, they all tried to rotate and move that pressure down over. Massu stays safe, though their jungle gets warded up pretty heavily here. Let's take another look at it. River comes around again.
We've seen this gank before.
This time around, though, Jensen does not have flash, and River does. So really good stun there from River. Using the flash to make sure he got right in. Jensen trying to get his soldiers up, but...
Oh, we got a TP coming on in, down to the bottom side of the map. Quid trying to catch Busio, uses the Pop Blossom, only hits the Sylas. Nature's Grasp coming for the disengage. Eyla misses the handshake. Lots of spears inside Massu, or inside of Busio. Meech will not put out the damage, and now everyone else has come on in. So an aggressive attempt there by Quid, countered by Inspired.
Trying to turn up the action a little bit here with the heavy melee comp. Meanwhile,
oh, not done with the aggression yet. Eyla tries to get the handshake. Nice flash heal by Massu.
Busio had some good moves there. Nice little clone, and then he jukes, and they're turning it around.
Yep. Oh, and the top side, Sniper gets taken down by the whitest Bwipo there is. Massu picks up 1, he picks up 2. No, it's Busio picking that one up, but 2 members for the bot lane here for 100 Thieves go down.
FlyQuest from top to bottom. They get the solo on top, they get the play on the bottom side. Mid lane, they're pushed into the turret as well. Jensen laying it down, and the crowd starts to chant away. FlyQuest are dominating.
As they should. It was very close with Sniper and Bwipo, but all that matters is that the Olaf is alive and FlyQuest are running away with this one unless their fortunes change. TP can help with that. Quid trying to land the chains. He does. Here comes Sniper. Don't get too close to the Olaf. They won't. Infernal chains will land and they take him down. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Azir takes the tower. And so mid lane has been cracked open by FlyQuest. 100 Thieves now trying to parlay this into the Herald with Inspired and Busio positioning away. The AD carry Massu starting to work his way on up here for FlyQuest. Meech creating space. This Herald should be theirs. And FlyQuest are still hanging around, Kobe.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, they really want to cash in on this objective bounty. The only good thing about getting this far behind early into the game is that you could get 500.
Yeah, this is interesting that we've had 2 equipment pauses here. Yeah. Generally, it's like, oh, my headphones don't work, or maybe there's a a connection thing, but now
all right,
it's like
I'm gonna say it right now. Last call. Do you think your mouse is gonna break? Do you think there's something in your keyboard?
I don't know.
Let's change it now.
Yeah, it can't be breaking right now. As Inspired uses Nature's Grasp. He tried to smite steal it away, but River holds on to it, takes the Herald. So, yep, you were right, Kobe. No TP on on Jensen's Azir means they'll have the numbers advantage. They do take that one on in, and 100 Thieves now with the comeback mechanic.
All right, a little bit of gold, trying to help them out. Still going to be a long way, though. FlyQuest gaining so many advantages, and especially their poke damage is just going to be unbearable from Massu really soon. Thankfully for 100 Thieves, there's no flash now on Massu, so maybe they can collect that bounty. That's at least what I always do when we're losing. I start pinging enemy bounty, pinging the flash on that guy, be like, shh, don't worry. As soon as we kill Massu, this whole game turns around.
Yeah, definitely no frustration there. It's just all math, right? Go to where the high value target is and let's take it down.
Mathematically correct play. Just kill the Varus, get the gold. He's got no flash. It is really annoying that there's so much move speed on these lethality items, though, with the opportunity also for Massu. If he gets one of those kills, and he's got the Ghost Blade active.
He's zooming.
Boots of Swiftness right now are even a little bit bugged on live, where they're like delivering almost like 40% of the speed slow reduction rather than the 25%, which is getting corrected on next patch. So he's a very fast Varus.
Yeah, and has been playing very well, has Massu. Highly touted here from FlyQuest. Again, came up from the academy system and looking to
Bwipo gonna
help
teleport
FlyQuest
in, or
get
is
this
he?
win. Bwipo might just give this one, and oh no, Nature's Grasp coming on in. 100 Thieves respecting the possible TP, and with that now they've given up space here in the Drake. There's the TP a little bit late. Eyla and Sniper forced it back on off. FlyQuest just bully 100 Thieves off the Drake, and they'll take it with ease.
Thank you for leash. Can I get a TY for leash in chat, please? Because that's exactly what Bwipo is saying. He got enough time on that bottom tower, and as soon as they walk into the pit, as soon as that Olaf is teleporting in front of your face, you saw that instant flash over the wall from Meech.
Yeah.
Not only did FlyQuest just get Dragon number 3 soul point just for their Bwipo teleport and their Maokai ultimate, they also got the flash off of the Kalista. That is just so many wins here for FlyQuest that our game plan of just kill Massu gets more and more difficult with every minute.
Oh yeah, and I have to assume that 100 Thieves comms were the same as yours, where it was like, all right, where's Olaf? He's hitting tower. Are they giving it? Are we giving it? Oh no, the TP. All right, flash out. We're out. Because you could see the hesitation there by 100 Thieves until the very clear call.
FlyQuest is pulling the strings like puppet masters.
Yeah, well, they're doing exactly that as they take the top tower as well. Bwipo cashing that one in. Now Jensen getting caught out by River. And yeah, Jensen will walk himself on out there. Quid supporting. Jensen will try to defend this turret. Because there are 2 members here down by 100 Thieves, that means there's a number advantage somewhere else. And it's in the mid lane. Getting caught on up is Eyla. Fade's Call will bring him on back. TP being channeled here by Quid and Sniper. They're trying to find someone as Busio gives on over the Maokai ultimate. And Quid looking. Oh, could walk to the death brush and will stay away from danger. He's right in the middle of 4. Now going for the kill on Massu. It's the shutdown. Will it be? No, Massu kites away, and the rest of the team bullies him off. It's Quid getting taken down. Massu stays alive.
His freaking flash! Dgon just came back up. Oh, they were a little bit late on the delayed plan there. If it was a little bit earlier, that flash just came back up there for Massu. Cleanse and flash used. Massu lives. Gold bounty lives. Here's another look at the setup.
Yeah, the Busio was hanging around. They kind of knew. Looks good.
Yeah. Cleanse down, hit him with the stun right after, and flashes out. You know, we've all been there. He's right in front of your face.
The flash.
So much gold right in front of my face.
It would have felt worse if I'm Massu, because I have 3 teammates here to protect me. Bwipo's like, oh, yeah. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and take control of Baron. You could see the play over the shoulder. Yeah. And Massu just staying cool, gets himself out to safety. There's the deep breath.
Yeah, not even close. Never had any. Nice try, kid.
5-0-3 is Massu.
Yeah, and his name is Quid, so like kind of close.
Yeah, you got it. Quid money. Yeah, all right. I tried to combine that with Cody, but no, that was good. That was good. Quid, again, those are the type of plays, though, that 100 Thieves has to live and die by when they stuck with this mid laner from last year to this year. He's trying to find those types of angles to catch the team back on off. If he gets the shutdown goal, definitely worth it. Rift Herald being popped in the mid lane. Baron being started up by FlyQuest.
Where's Jensen going to teleport? Okay, they're not even going to go for it. But look, there are some deep wards.
Getting all the way on out is Meech. He'll find himself back to safety. No tower taken, though. And so now 100 Thieves starting to run out of tools. That Rift Herald that they got from the original couple kills on the top, or the original kill on the top side of the map, was supposed to be the comeback mechanic. Yeah. They're running out of answers here, and they're down 6,000 gold.
All right, somebody's got to say it. New Rift Herald sucks. It actually does jack. Like, it takes longer to kill. It still only gives the 200 gold, and then it barely does any damage to towers anyways, and like you can't even get it till turret plays are already down, so the new Rift Herald is pretty weak.
We just haven't seen a lot of guys use it as the Scion Speedway, right? Get the mad drift, take it out in the mid lane, and then you can parlay that into one of the other outer turrets. We haven't seen that one yet. Let's do the cool moves. Everyone's just kind of
just use it for running champions over. You get like that little knockup and like 150 damage or something.
I see the Yasuo angle. This is how we're gonna do Yasuo.
Yeah, but you get the mental advantage of knowing you squished your opponent.
River. Oh, thank you, observers, for showing River walking closer and closer towards the ward. And they will not clear that out now. They get it. Eyla will cover that one as 100 Thieves trying to take control back on the top side of the map as the big purple worm has been spawned. Started out once by FlyQuest earlier. So 100 Thieves need to make sure they have a little bit of control to walk on up. And every time it's FlyQuest with this depth ball that wants to just walk up and see if they can isolate a target while keeping Massu safe.
Well, that Dragon Soul is about to arrive to the Rift, and FlyQuest are trying to stamp their name all over it. So it's looking dangerous for 100 Thieves, but they don't have a lot of options because it gets so much worse if they give up the Dragon Soul too. So they're trying to make the play through bottom side since FlyQuest already correctly pushed in mid lane. Bwipo's pushing out the bottom lane. 100 Thieves, they're here. Sniper's kind of far, could teleport, but there's no great flank wards.
Nope. Got it down on the bottom side, Tri-Bush. Eyla goes on in, forced it back on out, and here comes Bwipo. Someone help Meech! She's forced to flash away and go off, and now Bwipo just running amok in the middle of the fight. Meech is surrounded and taken down. It's Sniper left alive. He's able to pick up one, but now scurrying away as the rest of his team has died, and 100 Thieves get taken for the heist. It's a quadra kill for Bwipo.
Bwipo says, don't worry, I'll be able to solo Dragon Soul as well. You guys go ahead and get Baron. And if that's not an indicator that you have complete control of the game, getting Baron plus Dragon plus mid tower all at the same time, Dgon. 3 objectives simultaneously here for FlyQuest after demolishing the 100 Thieves resistance.
I love getting gifts. I'll take a Drake, sure. Yeah, and a soul, sure. I'll take a mid tower, sure. Take the purple worm, sure. FlyQuest is getting everything here.
Sure, free. There we go. We even got inspired on the gift-giving skin.
Yeah.
Handing out little presents for everybody. Unfortunately here for 100 Thieves, you know, they wanted to show up, they wanted to try and make some magic happen, but Bwipo had just pushed out bottom side, and so he had full priority right behind the 100 Thieves duo, and it just looks so abusive, honestly, here. Jensen's even able to jump over the edge of the wall. He Azir shuffles and then flashes away to safety, and FlyQuest just get to run them over. Quadra kill for the Olaf. Bwipo's got a lot of, well, a lot of kills, and he's gonna get some more maybe.
Yeah, one more here. Undertow will close that one off, and Quid giving that one up over is it is the big Bwipo diff. He's played pretty well so far, as many of the members of FlyQuest have.
Yeah, Bwipo's always, as we have River running for his life.
It is looking kind of disorienting here for 100 Thieves if they're trying to make one at a time attacks here. River might be able to pick this one up. Jensen stays alive, and Eyla takes him down. It's a highlight montage reel for FlyQuest.
Oh my goodness. FlyQuest, no member left behind. They defend Jensen, he stands tall. The Emperor survives, and the 100 Thieves base does not.
Oh boy. 18-4 FlyQuest have taken solid control and showing, hey, we can bounce back. Flukes are not a thing here in the team with green. They're going to take down the turrets. They're going to take down the Nexus. Plus one more on Quid. 329 career kills.
There's the
wins.
Darth Maul.
There's the Darth Maul.
There we go.
That's what they were talking about. FlyQuest take down 100 Thieves to kick off Super Week. Equipment problems be damned. No problem for FlyQuest to get on in there. And how about that for Massu? Talking a lot about Sniper. I had my shout out for Meech, but the Wi-Fi warrior showing up on land. Great stuff here by him.
Yeah.
He got inspired, that had himself a great performance. Olaf as well on the top side by Bwipo.
Yeah.
Everyone played well.
Whole team here for FlyQuest. They bounced back so nicely after last week. Losing to Energy was a pretty rough run, but they're all smiles. And you really like the vibes on this team. They're very aggressive in their interviews afterwards, which I love. They're filled with confidence very clearly. And after this game, they're going to be even more so. I definitely expect